Yeah, today in front of the camera. I mean, welcome back to another episode of the Propaganda Report. As you can see, your usual host is in here. My name is Vincent decarlogh, and I'm your host for today. This episode, we are just going to look at one or two things concerning the treasurer position. We have an aspirant in our studios today, and we are going to talk about a few things, some of the assertions about these particular positions that our aspirants are going for, specifically his own. Talking about the SRC treasurer portfolio. I mean, you really want to know what we are going to talk about today. So just grab some beer, relax, get some popcorn, and then enjoy the show. Foli. Akwa. Charlie, me who are you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Basse na si why feels a scanner van.
Oh, there be
down, no pressure.
No pressure.
Akwa. But I don't like your brand though, Charlie. You see the brand on your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Who did that for you?
One of my designers. He's still on campus.
Yeah, what's his name?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the brand name or something like that?
That is my brand.
No. The person who fixed this.
That is Emmanuel Embroideries.
Oh, that's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
I like the bow tie there. With the rest of those ties. Yeah, that's really cool. Anyways, so as you can see, we have Foli in the building, contesting for the portfolio of the SRC treasurer. Foli, in some because of campus, we just have to, go in one way or the other. We have to discuss, know what we are going to talk about. For this particular position you are going for, before we get into the political aspect, we would like to know you. Already our viewers know this program. They are anticipating, that we bring new faces every time. And you being an aspirant, we feel like if you come here, you share your view, you're going to get people to rally behind you. At least, if not everybody, there's a particular group of people that would understand your view, get you from the perspective you are coming from. So let's just know who Foli is. What is the identity behind the brand Foli? So tell us something about yourself. What's your real name? What's the name your parents gave you?
All right. So my name actually is Foli. That is my surname, Foli. Jonas Kafui.
Wait, what tribe are you? I mean, I know Fantis are likely to give this American name, the decarloghs, the Folis, the things. So, what tribe are you?
It's actually Foli, but I mean my friends spoil the pronunciation.
Oh, okay, okay.
When you meet your friends, they call you Foli, and then the original pronunciation got away. So the original pronunciation is Foli.
Foli.
That is an Ewe name.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Mau. All right. So Foli, yeah, I mean I got the name right today.
Yeah.
So we've been seeing your flyers around. We've seen you sharing stickers all over social media platforms, on WhatsApp pages. We've been seeing a whole lot going into this, agenda you are pulling off. I would like to start from before you came to UCC. What school were you in? What are some of the positions you held? And then when you came here, what position or portfolios have you been able to, hold? I mean, within the time range we are looking at.
All right. So then I would like to start from senior high school. So
that's cool.
Senior high school, I was Chief Justice for my local SRC. And then I was also the regional trustee of the Greater Accra Regional SRC. And then the university. Coming to the university, I realized that, everything does have monetary value.
Yeah.
I did accounting back in SHS. So I got to realize that everything does have monetary value. Even my time here with you does have monetary.
Yeah, time is money.
Exactly. That is why we say time is money.
Yeah,
so that gave me the confluence to study finance. And then when I got to the university, I've been in a lot of leadership roles. I'm currently serving as the parliamentary council clerk. that is Casford, and then I'm
Yeah, I
serving.
saw one of your pictures.
Exactly.
That was actually cool. Yeah, I mean, one of the inauguration or something like that.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was really cool. Yeah.
And I'm also serving as the financial secretary for the National Union of Presbyterian Students. Currently.
Sikaofi. Sikaofi.
It's by grace.
Yeah, it's by grace. It's by grace. It's by grace. So, you made mention of holding position in Casford.
Yeah.
Why are you now moving from Casford to the SRC, something like that?
Well, like I said, everything does have monetary value. And once, as an individual, I am well endowed with managing resources, then I believe my technical know-how will be of good benefit to the SRC and then to the entire student.
I think we need you in the parliament, the government here. You need people to arrest the dollar. So we can actually get people to arrest the dollar.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can do that for us. That's actually good. And so you could have contested for any position in Casford. I mean, the whole president, treasurer of Casford. I mean the likes. I mean, you know those portfolios. Why didn't you take any of those? Or is it that Casford is just local, so you just want to come into the SRC?
No, not really. One thing I've got to realize about good leaders and then good leadership is that every good leader must be ambidextrous. It means that whatever role you are given, you must be able to play it very well. I could have served in the capacity of hall president or association president or whatsoever. But like I said, with the technical know-how, I believe that it will be of good interest to the entire student populace. Remember, if I should serve as a Casford president, I'm limited to the students' body or affiliates of the Keslie Hayford Hall. If I should serve as a president for an association, it means that I'm limited to serving the good interest of that association. That is the number in that association. But then I'm looking at the entire student populace where they would have that kind of impact from my leadership skills.
You're just expanding your territory.
Exactly.
So you made mention of being the trustee for a particular denomination, right?
The trustee for the Greater Accra Regional SRC.
All right. So can you educate me on the difference between a trustee and then a treasurer?
Oh, okay. So
because there are places that you get a trustee and then you get a treasurer.
That is true. That is true. So with a trustee, you are actually entrusted with funds. Let me put it that way, with funds, and then ensuring that students' welfare are also advocated for. So they can't speak on their own behalf. So you are the mouthpiece. So with a trustee, you are entrusted with funds, and then you also serve as a mouthpiece in that regard.
So there is this assertion that if you are able to get yourself up there in the positions of the SRC president, secretary, treasurer, what have you, there is this money that comes from it. So like every month, literally, you're going to get paid. And then that is literally one of the reasons people would like to move from the hall-based positions into the SRC portfolios. How true is that assertion?
I believe, like you said, it's just an assertion, and there is no facts behind that. I believe that SRC president or whatsoever executive that is just given a honorarium that is after the service that he renders to.
So they don't get money during the service? No. So why are they serving?
It's just about rendering service. For me, I believe that rendering service devoid of any monetary backing.
So, but I'm tempted to believe there's actually monetary backing. For that reason, people would actually spend a lot of money to, in these campaigns. I mean, people are spending like thousands, 2,000 of cedis for a particular position. So, I mean, I believe there is something there.
I don't trust it as a monetary backing. But then when you become, or when you get into any of these positions, definitely there are some connections that you would definitely get. For instance, you get closer to the dean of students,
the ministers, and the likes. Yeah.
You get closer to the vice dean as well,
and the ministers.
Oh, well, probably you definitely get close.
Yeah, do you think it's a nice idea to have political backings in campus politics, like having the political parties like NDC, NPP backing student politics? Do you think it's a good idea?
Some students do have political backings, but
yeah,
like I have not encountered any.
But you know, there are societies on campus that are like NDC based. We have the TAIN UCC. We have the what is the name of TESCON? Yeah, we have TESCON. We have TAIN UCC. So my question is, do you think it is a fair idea or a good idea to have political backings from the two big political parties we know in Ghana, like NPP and NDC? Do you think it's actually good to be involved in student politics?
Well, I believe that should be a personal decision on the aspirant or on the candidate.
No, I'm not talking about the aspirant here. I'm talking about having these external bodies in university is like a community on its own. It's a country on its own, inside a country, right? So let me give you this broader example. So the thing is, this is the biggest scenario I can actually give. So we have Ghana, right? We have our president, Adodi, the tallest guy in the whole world, right? So Akufo-Addo is our president. We have our vice president. We have our leaders in Ghana. And say the leaders of Nigeria, what's his name? Buhari yeah. And the likes, the ministers, their political parties over there in Nigeria are actually influencing our political parties here in Ghana. Do you think it's actually a nice idea?
Well, that would not be a nice idea, but in an instance where, with our political setting or in Ghana, there are two main political parties, NDC and NPP.
Yeah.
And then each of the political parties do have their own ideologies. Mm-hmm. So once they find student leaders who they feel would be potential leaders for our country, then they would be able to find them out and then groom them to understand and then believe in that ideology.
Oh, so it's just like having a scout look for a player for a particular team.
Exactly.
Okay, then we still have a session there, but I'll just let it slide, So let's just get back into your personal political life. You're contesting with two strong people.
Yeah.
Two really strong people. We have the likes of Eriko, and then we have the likes of what is his name? Silas. Yeah. These are two big names for this particular position you are going for. Notwithstanding, you're also actually a big name. You're all over the place here. You pass here, then you hear Foli. How does it feel to know you are contesting with two big people like that?
It gives you that sense of commit, like you are committed to what you are doing. It puts you. It brings more exercise on you. You get it. When you are competing with this, you will get to understand that it's not an easy task to compete with these people. Mm-hmm. So you get to realize that there are a lot of strategies you need to put in place to outsmart them. Politics is all about strategies.
Okay.
So you need to put in a lot of strategies to outsmart them. And when you get to realize that you are competing with these big people, then it means that you need to be extra smarter.
Yes. So just fill me in on something. You have a grounds team working for you. I've seen people sharing your flyers, posting your. When you pass around Amamoma, you go to Ayensu, there are lots of flyers. You see Foli, just this bow tie and something like that. Yeah, that's a brand on its own. We have people doing your works for you. Yeah. How strong is that team that you're working with? Because we have to, for the sake of the elections we are going to have, I think I've been hearing it's in the air that we are going to be voting from our portals. Let me correct myself. We might be voting from our portals. Let me just correct that first. We might be voting from the portals. There might be different measures that will be undertaken. Do you think it brings more burden on you, the aspirant? Because back then, you just centered on those in the halls. Last 2 years, all the elections were like hall-based, level 100s and then level 200. The 300, 400s will not come because they will not leave the diaspora and then come and vote. So how does it feel knowing that there might be the chance that these elections or these votes will be casted through our portals? Does it give you extra burden? Does it give you extra load? Is it a nice move? Is it really good? Is it good at this time for UCC?
I believe that technology has way advanced. And when the university is trying to move in that path, I believe that it is a good idea. But then candidates are also scared of the loopholes that we may not see, but then because of someone's parochial interest, okay, will definitely go against you. So candidates are also much concerned about these loopholes. It brings extra work on the candidates because you need to reach out to a larger student population. Mind you, because we are voting in the portals, we may be voting.
We might. We really don't know. We are not part of the team. Yeah, we just heard it in the air. I mean, when you pass on Twitter, people are actually passing comments. I mean, the handles of the SRC on Twitter, people are actually tagging them, asking if we are going to be voting in the portal. And I think we had this conversation somewhere last year after the results of the previous election came out. People were like, "Oh, there was this here, this whole issue." So I think. We're not saying we are voting in the portal, but that is what is actually going out there. So, I mean, don't blame us, yeah? Let's go.
So, like I said, it brings extra burden on the candidates. You know, if we should be voting in the portal, it means that there is going to be a higher voter turnout. One reason being that at your own comfort zone, you will be able to vote without going to the hall. You get it? And then, what's the name? Level 400 or continuing students who may not feel or have the interest in walking from their hostels to the hall to vote would have that interest.
Yeah, it's convenient.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
So it means that you need to reach out to a larger student population, and then you need to engage your team to work very hard.
Okay, let's get into this particular position you are going for, this portfolio, the treasurer portfolio. Recently, SK, our president, he held the State of the SRC address, and he made mention of students not taking advantage of this loan trust funds, what have you. I really am not a good person to, be talking about this because I really don't know it is our money when it comes to, the state of the university, how we regulate these monies and stuff. I really have a very bad idea about that thing. So I think you going for that position as a treasurer, I think it will be really laudable to ask you, what do you think about the students? I mean, what SK says, students not taking advantage of the loans and something like that. But before we actually get into that, producer will play us the sound, the footage for us to see, and then maybe we'll take a comment or two on that. Then we'll continue from there.
All right.
Today, we've had issues about students not taking advantage of the student loan trust fund. At a point in time, the Dean of Students has to be on the nerves of myself and the local president for us to publicize for students to take advantage. The University of Cape Coast was given a quota, and Mr. Speaker, as I speak today, we've not been able to reach 50% of the funds that were allocated to the University of Cape Coast. This is because students are not taking advantage of these opportunities.
So, yes, I think he made mention of the fact that the dean has given us a quota, that's 50%, and then students have been taking advantage of that quota. What's your take on that?
It's really upset when even students have not been able to reach out to at least 50% of the quota given. It's really upset. But I believe that students are seeing the Student Loan Trust Fund as a burden, but then I'm seeing it as an investment package.
How?
Reason being that if you get the Student Loan Trust Fund, okay, you are paying an interest that is relatively lower than a 91 bill treasury bill rate. So now this is the thing that students can do. You can go for the Student Loan Trust Fund. If you can't use it for anything, invest it. Invest it in a 91-day treasury bill. Mind you, the rate is around 27.45, and then you are paying a rate that is around 12%. It means that the difference is it's a profit to you, and then you can pay that Student Loan Trust Fund within a year and then still have a lot of money.
I had no idea. Actually, I really had no idea. But like, honestly speaking, I feel like loans are burdensome. I mean, you have to find money to pay this thing. And then some of us, we actually find ways and means to survive on campus. So when it comes, you hear loan, and your mind is like, eka, like that. So we actually desist from that. Personally, I've not taken advantage of that trust fund. I will not advise you to take advantage of it. But he has a point. You can take it and invest. Yeah, we like the money. Just invest that one. Now, before we end this session, I'd like to ask a couple of questions. Right. The first one being the vetting process. How was it like? I mean, the atmosphere there, how was it like?
You just can't imagine when you are sitting in front of a lecturer who have pursued his doctorate course.
They know everything.
I mean, and he's asking you some of these questions. The environment was very tense. And then you are also on camera, you get it. So it's a very tense environment altogether. But then I see it as a learning process.
That's cool. That's cool. Everything in life is a learning process. Okay, let me ask you a quick one. How are students receiving you? I mean, with your intentions and stuff. How is the reception like? Are people actually buying the idea of you leading us in the portfolio of the SRC treasurer?
Students are very happy when we get to them and then we preach to them about our interest in to serve them as the SRC treasurer. Okay. Especially when they get to understand the good things that we are bringing to the table.
Talking about the good things you are bringing to the table, what are some of the faults you've actually identified in the past, leadership for this particular position? Well, certain things they've not put in place. Yeah,
I believe that they are doing very well. Let me put it that way. Let me commend the SK-led administration because they are doing extremely well.
At least I have data on my phone. I've been every month.
Exactly.
My SK is not enough. I mean, what we are doing, the data doesn't even reach us. So please increase it. Like 20 gig, something like that. It's cool.
So the SK-led administration is doing extremely well. But I believe that our leaders are serving in the capacity of represent. They are serving as representatives. It means that the average students may not be able to speak for themselves, so they are representing us.
Yeah.
What I can speak in the capacity of a SRC treasurer as an aspirant. Okay. So the students pay their fees and then a portion of that goes into SRC coffers.
So there's money in the portfolio. There's money there. That is what I've been trying to say all this while. There's money there.
These monies are used for administrative processes and then...
Well, there will be a percentage. No, there will be a percentage for you people. Because I never understand why they will spend this money on promotion. They will do this groundwork. They will print flyers. They will do this banner and stuff. And then you tell me there's no money there. Come on. There's money.
It's a learning process. And then you are also... Like you are in the university, okay? So you are enrolling in a course just to equip yourself with something. I mean, a particular skill. So that is how we see it as a leadership process. So you're also equipping yourself.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, I would have loved for this conversation to actually go on for long, but I mean, time is money.
Exactly.
Time is money. That is what it's first word. I mean, time is money. So let's take it like that. Time is money. We can't have you here for, the length we actually were thinking we could have you. But it's actually good to have, a little bit insights of the position you are going for. I actually didn't know a lot. So I'll just say we are blessed to actually know what you're talking about. Some of us. Yeah, so the long and short is go and take the loan and invest it.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he's saying. Exactly. But I'm not going to be the one to talk for him, all right? So he's actually contesting for the SRC treasurer portfolio. And he's not going alone. He's going with Eriko and then Citizen Silas. I'll give him the chance to tell you why he should be voted for, why he should be your choice. So, producer, roll on to him. Let him give us what he has.
All right. So thank you very much for your show, decarlogh. I'm very grateful.
We did for you guys.
To the students out there, I believe that our leaders are acting as representatives. And then in such instances, whenever you pay your fees, a portion of that fees goes into SRC coffers. That is what is used for administrative processes and then projects that benefit you as students. But then accountability and then transparency processes must be adhered to at all times. And that is what we are here to push, to ensure that there is accountability and then transparency, so that you students out there would have the opportunity to probe how much the SRC is spending, on what the SRC is spending your monies on, so that you can ask further questions. Secondly is to ensure that there is investment packages for you. So we lobby for investment packages for you, so that in times of need, you would be able to cushion yourself with these investment packages. Third of it all is to advise you and to encourage you to take advantage of the Student Loan Trust Fund. It is an investment package that we'll talk about in a later day. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, that's an investment package. So that's all we have to say today. Don't forget to subscribe if you've watched this video to this point and then you've not subscribed. Hey, what are you doing? Please, just subscribe. Hit that button. Don't forget to turn on the post notification and then enjoy your show. We are going to come your way with several shows that would actually entertain you. We have on board relationship talk shows. We have on board political talk shows just like this, the Propaganda Report. We have one-on-one interviews with popular people, figures you would like to see on our channel. All these things are actually coming up. So just stay tuned. Our entertainment show will be brought anytime from now. And if you would like to sponsor us, if you'd like to advertise with us, there would be a contact down here, or maybe in the description. You just click there, get into contact with us, and then we will talk about it. It's not expensive, actually. I mean, if you bring dollars, we take. Yeah, so. Anyways, so thank you for joining us today on the Propaganda Report. And today I was your host. Yeah, I mean, at least for now. Yeah, until Manuel comes back. I'm hosting this program for a few days. When he comes back from the trip, he's on the honeymoon, so just take it from there. I'll see you next time, probably same time. I'm out. My name is decarlogh, your favorite campus celebrity. Bro, thank you, folks.